Hey everyone, I want to do a quick review for you today on a new foundation. This is not going to be one of my first impressions since I used it this morning and applied it for the first time. So I didn't do an immediate first reaction. I've worn it for a couple of hours, but I can at least give you my thoughts on it the first time that I'm wearing it. And the foundation is the Magic Nude Liquid Powder by L'Oreal. And it says bare skin perfecting makeup, transforms from liquid to powder for the perfect bare skin finish. I've seen so many videos and so many mixed reviews on this foundation, and I was really curious. Even when I bought it at Ulta the other day, the girl ringing me out was like, "Oh, have you tried this stuff? Is it good?" And I was kind of like, "Well, I don't know. I'll do a review for it. Check out my blog, check out my YouTube." So today was the first time I wore it, and let me say I'm really impressed. I really liked how it went on my skin, and just it feels completely weightless. It didn't feel like I was wearing anything, and it had pretty good coverage all on its own. It's really thin, and the only negative thing with it being so thin is that you have to, well, first of all, you shake it really well, and then you just twist the top off, and then you have to pour it onto the back of your hand. Since it's so liquidy, it kind of, it made a little bit of a mess in the back of my hand today. So that's really the only negative feedback as far as the consistency of the product, because I think for it being so thin and so liquidy, it really did have a lot of pigmentation to it and a really natural finish. So you can see I'm wearing it today. It was almost a perfect match for my skin. The color that I got was 312 Classic Ivory. It looked a tiny bit dark after a little while. When I first put it on, it looked like it matched perfectly. So I did have to put a little bit of bronzer on my neck, but I find that situation with most foundations that for them to look right on my face, they have to be just a little bit darker than my neck, because I have so much pigmentation and so many freckles that if I go too light, I end up looking really ashy and chalky over the freckles themselves. So I didn't have any problems as far as matching a color. It looked really good on. The other feedback that I can give, I've been wearing it, let's see, it's about 3:30, and I got ready at 8 a.m. this morning. So when I got home from work about half an hour ago, I did need to touch up just a little bit around my nose. But then again, I was blowing my nose a lot today. I feel like I'm starting to come down with a little bit of a cold, or maybe just allergies or something. So I wouldn't really count that against the foundation itself. Most foundations, if you're blowing your nose, it's really gonna kind of wipe away the foundation itself. I don't really know any foundation, no matter how long wearing, where you can blow your nose a bunch during the day and it just stays perfect. So it did cling just a little bit around my nose and kind of emphasize a little bit of the dry patches for about 5 or 10 minutes until it really kind of sank in and set. But like I said, I've been blowing my nose, so the area is just a little bit dry on its own, and pretty much any foundation is going to do it. So if I had to rate it 1 to 10, I'd probably give this one about a 9. The only negative part would really, I'd have to take a point off because of the delivery method in the bottle, with it being so thin and you have to pour it. I think it would be much more effective if it came with a pump. So other than that, this is a really amazing foundation. It was $12.99, so it's a definite holy grail product from the drugstore. I'm really satisfied with it. So thank you so much for watching my review. I hope you found this helpful in deciding whether or not this is something that you want to try. One thing that I do want to point out, I have really dry skin, and I have to really heavily moisturize before I put any foundation on. But I really like the fact that this sets to a powder finish, and I didn't need to put powder on afterwards. So that really helped with giving it a natural finish on my face, I think, because if you have dry skin and then you have to powder to set your foundation, sometimes it can emphasize the dryness, and this had a really beautiful matte finish to it without being a dry matte finish. So keep that in mind if you have dry skin, that this might be something that you want to check out, because then you don't have to powder down and it's not going to look like super matte. So give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much.